things that are due to us, we gotta work really hard on. And, you know, whether it's youth or whatever it is, as coaches, we're trying to find the best ways for things that our guys can execute. And to be a good team, you've gotta make those, things happen, so we'll keep working on it.
I think it's been about a month now since you started rotating Matt and John Rice in. Just from the big picture, how do you think the offense is operating with this scheme, and what can you do to fix some things if there are things that aren't working?
Well, the quarterback thing, switching them in and out, I don't think is, that's my opinion, it's not a problem. I think those guys have handled it terrifically, they've got a great attitude. It's managing the game with one guy and the other. Again, it's not really, as I said last week, as hard as you think is the way we practice. But it's really, it's unconventional, for sure. And you gotta have, guys that are unselfish and understand their role, which Matt and John Rice do. So that part has been really good. It's just, there'd be times when we wish we could, we see this could be a big play, this could be a big play, but that's just working through the kinks. But the quarterback rotation is not a concern of mine as far as, is that affecting the execution? I don't think it is, but that's, again, my opinion, so it's open for conversation, I'm sure.
Just looking at the last two drives on Saturday, I think John Rice was 6 of 8 throwing before that last interception. Is there anything else that you were calling, anything else that was different on those last two drives when he's not efficient?
Oh no, obviously last drive he had to throw, no timeouts and a minute to go, and we hit the first one, and then had the penalty, and then the last play, there was a chance there, but he just ran around trying to make something happen. But I like it when we get a 2-minute drill. I think our guys are comfortable with that because of our, going fast is not something that's new for us, our guys, and we've said that since spring, that we should be comfortable in stressful situations going fast because, the whole thing's built around that. So I think there's times where we want to play faster, but you got to get first downs, and it's hard for us when we don't get first downs early to get in a rhythm, and so we got to really concentrate on that.
Is there anything maybe to looking at using those 2-minute drives kind of at other points in the game since it is moving the ball better?
Well, we should be, yeah. I think part of, as I was saying, part of our offense does involve tempo and get involved in tempo early and often. And I don't think at times we've been able to do that as much as I would like or we would like offensively. When we get it going where we really want to get it going, we'll do that. But also some of us too is playing. When your defense is playing pretty well and it's a tight game, or they've been on the field for a long drive. I'm talking about our defense. And you go a quick 3 and out, that doesn't really help them. So part of that too has been okay. They've been on the field a long time. We want to get some first downs and tempo going, but we got to be conscious of our defense too. So playing part of that too is part of our mindset. But the biggest part of it is just being able to get a first down and then establishing the tempo from there.
Are you pretty much set on the quarterback rotation for the last 3 games, or is it possible one of them?
Anything's possible. Why would I say anything differently right now? I would tell you if I was. You know what I mean? Those guys, but it like I said, it's unconventional. But I've done it before. Other teams do it now. I think if you're seeing more than anything else at all levels, you better have 2 or 3 of those dudes ready to play. I'm talking about quarterbacks. Because it is, and it's no matter what system you run, whether you're a drop back team or a zone read team, whatever, those guys are getting banged up everywhere. And you're seeing teams that are, playing their second or third, or maybe even to their 4th guy. I've been there one year, I think I was down to my 4th or 5th guy, just out of bad luck. It wasn't anything they were running, it was just bad luck and getting nicked up. So, we always better have at least 2 or 3 ready to play. And now more than ever, no matter what system you have, particularly offensively, it starts and ends with that guy, and you got to have multiple guys there ready to play and be able to execute. And I think we do.
Going off that, I don't think we got a chance to ask you about the 3rd guy entering the portal last week. Just what were your conversations with Grant like?
Well, Grant was a great young man. The short time we were with him, and And I know it was a hard decision when he came to talk with me and when he came to talk with Coach Luke. And I think wherever he goes, he'll have success. He's a smart guy, he's a good player. And our guys, I've been very fortunate, the quarterbacks now, they're all young, but they were a pretty tight group, still are. And I think that's helped, certainly in this first year of the system, to all be tight. But as I said, I've always felt, I think Matt feels the same way, Luke, that you can't have enough quarterbacks. You got it, and like I said, that's important at all levels, and everybody's seeing that. So we're, right now with John Rice and Matt, we've got two guys getting experience. You got a true freshman, Kincaid Denton, who's the third guy right now, and he's taking some reps, and we're doing, we'll recruit one every year, one or two.
With the transfer portal now and all the stuff kids can do, how do you balance wanting to prepare as many quarterbacks as you can with the idea that most quarterbacks want to be the guy?
Yeah, they want to be the guy. The hard part about quarterback is you only play one at a time, mostly, right? Usually, or at least one on the field at the same time. Now, we've put both on the field at certain times, but there's not a lot of patience. It's hard, if you're a backup quarterback or 2 or 3 to, not go into the portal immediately, someone going after season. I was teasing somebody the other day, I think my son is the only backup quarterback in the country that has not entered the portal yet. But there's you understand that as nowadays because they all want it to happen right now. And I don't think it's always just players or the parents. It's sometimes pressure from social media, whatever, or a guy is highly touted coming out of high school, and if he's not starting right away, somebody's saying, well, what's wrong with him? Maybe there's nothing wrong with him. Maybe he's just learning and he's behind a really good player, or the case may be. But there's a lot less patience, I think, not only at quarterback, but all positions, but at quarterback it gets highlighted because the attention that they get because of the position, right? So that makes it harder, but I think that's also makes us a coaching staff, you got to look at it and say, well, like for us, we got all freshmen, we're in good shape. Well, they may not all be patient enough to wait their turn or whatever, and they want to go have an opportunity elsewhere, and you don't blame them. You got to have that in mind, and so you always got to keep recruiting. Like for us, we'll always keep recruiting quarterbacks and bring in competition, and you have to. I think you have to be honest with them. You got to say, listen, you're coming in there, and we have a returning starter, but we signed you to come and compete. I think that mindset, and again, I've said this to our quarterbacks this year. You might start, this week, but you got to compete for your job every week, and that's at every position. But at quarterback, maybe that's different. Maybe they don't want to hear that. You're the guy and you stay the guy. No, you compete every week for your job, and I think that's the best way to build that culture.
Coach, I know quarterbacks by nature are going to absorb a lot of criticism for any shortcomings in the passing game, but when you look at y'all's group of wide receivers, what else could they do to perhaps alleviate some of those issues?
We're a little bit young there. Coach Peeler does a great job. I think part of it is, we're playing against some pretty good corners, and you get some one-on-one opportunities, you're going to win those. And we're obviously, we're a little bit young, obviously really inexperienced there. But I think as they get bigger, stronger, faster, and understand more things that Coach Peeler and them are teaching them, we'll be able to get some things open. But we got to try to help them. I got to try to help them at times to get free, different kind of routes that we can do. But I'm not a big stats guy. I'm more of what we got to do to win kind of deal. But we can get better in the passing game. The frustrating part is I've seen it. We do some really good things in practice, and some of it's not carrying over to the game, and part of that obviously has got to start with me and some of the play calling. But we'll be okay there. Well, we obviously going to recruit and continue to recruit to get bigger, faster, stronger at every position, including at wideout. But we got some good players at wideout, some guys that get things done, and we just got to find a way to get them open.
Coach, with the departure of Tisdale, would that open a slot sign or commit a second quarterback?
Maybe we're certainly going to talk about it because I think recruiting's going really, really well in all areas. But again, at quarterback, you might take a guy that, at least for us in our offense, you could take a guy that's a multi-positional type of player, quarterback, and and something else. You know, you're gonna probably see that more and more at all levels. You know, the New Orleans Saints with Taysom Hill, you know, the kid they have from BYU. I mean, those guys are really, really valuable now, that he can help on special teams. He can play receiver, he can play running back, he can play quarterback. And so I think as from that standpoint, at least for us, you know, we can have a guy have a true role. Some people say, well, we use you in multiple ways, but they're lying to you. You know, they're not really gonna do that. For us, we can tell a guy, listen, look what we do offensively. We can put you at 4 different positions, including quarterback, and give him a big role. So I think that kind of guy is maybe a different category that we will certainly look at, you know, trying to sign 1 or 2 every year, just in that role.
I wanna hear about New Mexico State, if that's okay.
Sure, yeah.
Talk about